What's going on, man? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Monday night, man. It's another episode of the Re-Entry Journey. Tonight, man, this our guest tonight is more than just a guest to me. You know, me and this guy here, we had some times, we done did some things together. This is more like my brother from another mother. You know, even
Yes,
when
sir.
we was together, it was crazy. And then, you know, even when we was apart, we had the same mentality, so it led us down same similar avenues. We were just away from each other. But tonight, I just like to welcome our guest first of all, because I can get into it and be forgot about introducing him and everything. But yeah, this is my brother from another mother. I'd like to introduce y'all to my brother Taurus, man, Latourous Pritchett, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm Latourous Pritchett, man. Just tuning in, man. Want to give some wisdom and knowledge tonight, man. You know what I mean? There's a way out. There's a way out, no doubt. You know what I mean? We had to go down the wrong road to see, but we really done did it for a lot of people who don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm talking about from the gang banging to the slanging.
man. So let for those of you who don't know, me and Taurus are gonna break down how we met. I was playing basketball at the University of West Georgia, but I didn't really hang out with people that went to the class. You know what I'm saying? And it was some people that it was a friend. It was some people that played on our football team whose family used to come to the campus all the time. And I started hanging around them a lot. And that's how I met Taurus. I mean, from the first day that we met, it was just like it was click. He like, man, you on the campus and stuff? I'm like, yeah, come on. So every day, I mean, it just we jammed from day one, and it just grew. I mean, I'm talking about it grew. I'm talking about it grew.
Ooh,
Like
like you.
you couldn't see me, you couldn't see us together without seeing. You couldn't see me without seeing them, without
Well,
seeing
I'm
him, or
talking
you
about
couldn't.
something.
Man,
It was deep.
I'm telling you, it was deep, and
I'm talking about for real.
we was doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? At that time too, like you know what I'm saying, we was doing so much stuff. People didn't even think I was a basketball player because because of the stuff that we was into. During that time when we was doing that, what was your mentality like? Explain to the people the mentality that you had during that time that when we first clicked together.
Man, when we first linked up, man, now I was just getting out of prison, to be honest with you. I
Right,
had been doing bid since, what I mean, my first bid was like 13 years old, sell a case of crack cocaine. And you know
right.
what I mean? But when I met you, I had just paroled out and I was on the run at the same time, I was on the run, and
Yeah,
I didn't have no whatsoever care of what happened. I didn't think about the consequences and repercussions afterwards.
right.
But that it was a rough road. You feel me? It was a
Exactly.
real rough road.
Yeah,
You
and
know what
then
I
you
mean?
think about the times that we was together. I mean, man, it was we did some crazy man. We was really out there tripping. When I sit back and think about it,
Bruh,
like we was really out there tripping. Like the stuff that we was into and the
I,
things that we
I'm
was
really,
doing.
I'm surprised we here to talk about it. You know what I mean? That's why I tell
Man,
everybody don't make it out.
exactly. Everybody don't make it out. You know what I'm saying? And we was a
Everybody don't make. No, everybody don't make it out, man.
man, and we was fortunate enough to go through it and still make it out. You know, well, it was one time or two times, so that's how I knew. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got us here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? He don't make no mistakes. That one thing about it. You know what I mean? God always link two people, on a level where it's gonna grow. You know what I mean? Even though we went down the wrong roads, we still kept linked up regardless of, what went on, you see. But
right,
by the grace of God, man, like I say, we here to really send out a message of you can change, man. You know what I mean? Them streets don't love nobody. by T.
Right.
Understand me? I'm talking
Everybody, yeah.
about them trenches are for real.
No, they don't love
You know what I
nobody.
mean?
Street
No,
don't love
not at
nobody.
all.
They don't love nothing. So I left Georgia. I went to Alabama for a little bit. Then I shook Alabama, came back to Missouri, and that's where where it was two of us. We kind of just we went on our own path because we was in both in different states. You know, we stayed in the game. So explain it. What happened once I left? What did you get into once I came left up out of Georgia?
Oh man. I got so deep up into the game, man, that I didn't even know who I was myself. You know what I mean? I'm talking about it was whatever, you know what I mean? From slanging, banging, doing whatever it was, you know what I mean? I was riding for the cause, but I still didn't open my eyes, bro. I still couldn't see. You know what I mean? Going in and out of prison, in and out of prison. You know what I mean? It was like a straight up cycle. Every summer it was just like I was gone. You know what I mean? It's it's deep.
Right,
It's real deep.
what like because we was doing the same things. You know what I'm saying? You was going in and out. I was going in and out. You know what I'm saying? And it was me. I really didn't have no intentions, and I didn't have no mindset of trying to do nothing right. Like I'm getting out, I'm going right back to it. What do you think was the cause of you
That's
getting right
that
back to
same.
it? Same thing.
Hey man, same thing, bro. You know what I mean? It was just the mentality and stuck. You know what I mean? You really didn't want a way out. You see what I'm saying? You were making up every excuses, and we make up every excuse not to get a way out. Get a way out. Oh, that job don't want me. Oh, they ain't gonna hire me. I got this felon, man. No, we really didn't want that job. We was liking you know what I mean, being on the big screen, you know what I mean, everybody all you got the clout. No, it ain't about that, man. You know what I mean? It's another life on the other side, you know what I mean? For real.
Yeah, straight up. So yeah. So we me and you both we going through we can't even stay out long enough to really be in touch with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
We might get one phone call in. That's I'm locked back up. You locked back up. I get out like
it
man,
was
let me see if I can find Taurus, man. Man, you ain't know Taurus
it was
locked
crazy.
up.
Yeah,
You get out. Hey, let me see if I can find food. And food locked up. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
You know what I mean?
And that was crazy. And we really didn't get a chance to even catch back up with each other until about 20 years later. Almost. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like when I come down there the year before last,
yeah,
so you talking about 19 years that we went on a cycle of gang banging, selling dope, getting locked up, get out for a little bit, get locked up, get out, get locked up. Then
yeah.
when I went to the feds, you know what I'm saying, I had to start getting a whole new perspective of what I'm going to do because I don't want to be. It's a possibility that I'm going to be here anyway, my 40s, because you know what I'm saying with the charges and stuff. But I'm like, I'm not trying to be locked up 40s and 50s and 60s. I got to do something different. And the situation that I was in, you talk about a conspiracy charge that came and picked like 30 of us up from off our block, gang activity, shootings, murders, keys, everything, and I'm like, man, this is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get some love on this, I got to do something different, and
Well, what you say for real?
like I got to do
You know
something
what I mean,
different.
boy? I kept doing it. Yeah, I
Right.
kept doing. You know, what I mean, I actually I started catching aggravated assault charges instead of drug charges.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to be the bow hog. You know what I mean? I want to prove
Right.
something to the streets. Not
Right.
knowing that the streets are down here laughing like this clown finna be right back in jail. This clown finna go right back to prison. You know what I mean? They laughing at you at the same time. Dang, bro, going back down the road, man. But
Mm.
at the same time, they ain't finna send you nothing. You
No,
might
they
have a
ain't.
very few. You probably can count them on your hand. You know what I mean? Or the people who might go by and check on your moms and shoot them money and check on you, but boy, ain't too many of them guys out there. You know what I mean?
No, you know how that goes. You know the saying. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind.
Real talk.
Real talk, they. Hey.
Real talk, boy. Loyalty
Yeah.
went out the door, I think, around about 1996.
Right.
It flew out the door. Ain't no loyalty, especially out there on that blacktop, bro.
Exactly. Nah, it ain't no loyalty, y'all. It's gonna be hard to find that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why with me and you, when we first clicked, like it was us. Like, I mean, we had the, you know what I'm saying? We had the whole everybody else, like we had the head busters. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the head busters. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when we went out. That we went out. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
we got
man, the thing
into
about it
everything.
is people don't even realize the struggle that we were going through at the same time. Well,
Right.
we were really screaming out for help and didn't even know we were screaming out for help.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Boy, I remember a
Yeah.
time we didn't know when we were going to get our next meal from.
Man, and had to pull some capers to get that next meal. You know what I'm
What?
saying?
Capers?
man, I'm talking about we
some
we
real
had to do
crazy
some real
moves.
stuff, real crazy stuff.
I
And
know for
so,
1 month we ate Taco Bell every month for the free food.
hey, man, we did have the
We
Taco
got a
Bell
plug
plug,
on Taco
but
Bell.
I was
Taco Bell plug, man.
I was taco salad out.
Stomach messed up.
I was taco salad out. Boy, and them joints used to be, that's when they used to give you the big taco salad. Man, I was Taco Bell
exactly.
out. Yeah. But that was in the
Man.
situation that was in, like that was the plug. Like, man, cool.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Then when we got the trailer, oh my God.
Oh, that was a wrap.
The things that went on in the in the boom boom room.
The trailer.
Oh man. It
The
was
trailer
crazy,
was
bro.
hectic. It was crazy. It was
trailer.
crazy. It was a lot of things that went down in the trailer. People coming over there trying to
One
fight.
way in, one way out.
Man, it was crazy. Man, so yeah, like you said, we was
All
crying
types
out
of
for
drama.
help. We was in a lot of stuff, man. We was crying out for help.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
And
people
it's crazy.
feared us, that they didn't want to approach us, or they were just like, man, just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the thing with me, man, you know what I mean? All my brothers was incarcerated, you know what I mean, for selling drugs. You feel me?
Right.
So it's just, I thought that was the thing to do, you know what I mean? I really thought that was the thing to do at the time, you know. Okay, they hustle, so I'm gonna hustle. I can't tell you no lie. I had one brother try to run me out the hood, but after so long, he just got tired. You know what I mean? He gonna let me go through it. He got to see for himself. So you
Right.
know, when I did those little couple of 90 days in juvenile for sale cases, oh, that turned me up to the max. That's all I get. 90 days, 60 days. Oh, let's run it.
Right.
Not knowing they bait me up to go ahead and put the hook all the way in me, you know.
Yeah. They give you enough rope to go and hang yourself.
Man, next thing you know, I'm on parole, I'm on probation, house arrest, man. House arrest is, boy, that's worse than being incarcerated.
Right.
Ain't no movement. Ain't no
Right.
movement, bro. You
Ain't
know what I
nothing. You
mean?
can't.
But like
You
you
can't.
say, man,
Yeah. You can't do nothing.
every time I jump back out, it was the same thing. I'm going right back to the same spot, right back to the same hood, right back trapping.
And I think
Because I felt like I had to prove something.
right. And that was the expectation that you have. That's the only expectation you had. Like with me, that was the only expectation I had for myself, man. When I get out, I'm finna get back out there and get it. I don't know what else to tell you. I ain't tripping off no job. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm finna get out here and get it.
Right.
You know,
I'm talking
and that
about, really thought, you thought the world revolved around us. I'm going to report to the PO when I get ready.
right.
Yeah, they gotta play. They gotta play for you. They gonna check you
Yeah, they gonna take you. Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
I mean, but
Man,
that's crazy because you think about that's the mentality that we had. Like we really, that's how we really. That's the way we thought. Like man, I ain't tripping on the PO. I go see PO whenever I want. Oh man, I'm on the run. I'm on the run
I
anyway.
ain't. Yeah,
Ain't gonna,
yeah. I'm taking flight.
yeah, I'm
There
taking
wasn't no
flight.
ifs, ands, or but about it. I'm taking a flight out. I can't do it no more. I can't report no more. They gonna have
Right.
to have court in the street.
And we would, you know what
But
I'm saying?
man,
When I
you
look
know,
about it, like, man, we really wasn't even giving ourselves a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just, I mean, but
no,
that's just
not
where
at
we was
all,
at. So I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, how when I went to the feds, that's how I had to start getting, that was like, I had to start looking at another, like, something got to change, man, because, you know what I'm saying, you're back on the wall right now, really, you know what I'm saying, and if you get blessed in this situation, you're going to have to do something different. What took place to where you had to look and say, hey, man, if he get me through this, I got to change this up around.
bruh. I was in a situation, man, where a club shooting went down. You know what I
Man,
mean? When the shooting went down, I wasn't there, but at the same time, by my background, and people know they just automatically Taurus. You know what I mean? I went through those trials, man. I'm talking about I'm laying in the bed, them folk came and snatched me up, bro. It was so crazy. And they were like, we might be finna charge you with attempted murder.
mm,
What? Okay, we're gonna go with it, you know what I mean? They I'm talking about they on my head. First offer was 50 years. How I'm gonna do 50 years? I'm already knocking at 40.
right.
How? I, I can't even count 50 years. Not on man, come on. So, you know what I mean? My wife fighting for me. She running, she really doing all the footwork for the lawyer.
Right.
That, and then, we surrendered, bro. Got our life together. Bro, I'm talking about them folks told me I wasn't gonna get out. My lawyer, paid lawyer.
Mm,
I'm talking about it was this. I'm looking out this on everything. I'm looking out myself, bro. I'm talking about I'm crying, just screaming out to God, man, hoping to just give me another chance. I just need
right.
one more chance. And it popped up on the bulletin board at Carroll Tech, August the 18th. I said, God, I don't know if this is a sign or what, but I'm gonna receive it in the name of Jesus. Bruh, I went to court. Judge, not there. My lawyer wasn't there. His little associates were there. They called me out and said, Mr. Pritchett, case dismissed. How
Mm.
can you dismiss a case without the judge?
Without the judge being there.
I fought for a year. Yeah, how can you do it, bro?
Man.
Ain't no way around it. You know what I mean? I can go 100 million. I can try to think about everywhere it was, but I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Right.
on me. It wasn't my wife. It was just the scream out, the cry out. You know what I mean? I give. You know what I mean? I tapped out, and man, this time I tapped into the right thing. You
Right.
know what I mean? It could be better. It's gonna get better. You know what I mean? He's not done with me yet. You know what I mean? I gotta go through what I gotta go through. I gotta
Right.
still see some things. I still gotta go through. I'm not perfect, and I tell the world I'm not perfect. No one is. You know what I mean? It's just willpower and wanting to change, wanting to do right, wanting to stay on the right path. I've been on the wrong path so long. Why not try right? Wrong never
Straight
got me
up.
nothing but incarcerated. You know what I mean? I'm talking
Dang.
about I didn't went
It ain't
through it,
got.
bro. I'm talking about beat by the police and everything. It's just I look at young folks now, man, and they turn. We thought we was turned, but they turned.
Yeah, they up another level.
Yeah,
I
man.
could
So
I can't imagine us being the way we were in this day and age time. Because them pull throughs that we got pulled through, we probably wouldn't have got pulled through
whew,
then. We either be gone or we be
oh
doing a
no,
life in prison right now.
bro. The things that we did, only
Yeah.
God knows,
Only right. You know. And
and He
I,
spared us. You
I
know what I mean?
yeah, he spared. I mean, talking about spared us on several occasions. I remember me getting out of prison, and who was that? I think I was talking to Law. I called Law. I'm like, man, you ain't see my boy. He was. Everybody already know what I'm talking about. When I called Georgia, hey, y'all ain't see my boy. They already know what I'm talking about. He like, man, the boy got caught up in something, man, the club shooting and everything, man. He locked out. I said, oh, man. I said, man. Then when I got out, you got to tell me about it and everything. What was the mindset while you was facing that time? Because a lot of people would have just gave up, you know. A lot of people would have just gave up. They,
bro.
just
I
what was the
mean,
mindset that you had while you was
off
facing
the
what you was
rip,
facing?
at first, my mindset was like, if I get a bond, I'm probably gonna be up under prison because I'm finna knock some of these folks off.
Right.
I can't lie, but it wasn't meant for me to get no bond. It was meant for me to get my heart humble and get some wisdom and knowledge. And I went through it in there. I went through manipulation. I went through a lot of foolishness. Dealing with that court system on 23-hour lockdown, one man cell for a minute.
Right.
And it was just like, is this real? First thing I did, I had never, out of all the times that I had been incarcerated, I had never picked up a Bible. I had read verses that my mama used to send me, and I used to pray, but as far as just getting into the word and learning the word and, standing on the word and trusting, I didn't do that, and just one night, bro, my heart just collapsed on surrender. You got to tap out. Only way I could tap out and let him tap in, and when I tapped out, he tapped in. He took over the whole case. It turned like in like a couple of months, but we didn't know, while we were trying to figure it out, he had already worked it out.
Yeah, I already worked it out.
Yeah, he had already worked it out. It was already his plan, At the time, me and my wife, we was engaged. So, like I said, we got out August 18th. We got married August 19th, and bro, the mindset just, it was a totally, I turned it all the way around, bro. I can't even, from all of that foolishness, I can't deal with it.
Right.
Not
So
to, just put it out there, it ain't nothing to brag about, but I thank the people who call themselves trying to get me knocked off because it
right.
made me who I am now.
Exactly. True. Yeah, I most definitely agree with that. So you get out, and you know what I'm saying? Like this in your area, what you was going through, it was on newspaper, news, you know what I'm saying? It was blasting. So you get out, man, you know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? You turn the leaf over, man. You trust in Jesus. You find, you let him run the wheel. You letting them run the wheel. Like you said, this is out of my control. Take this.
Yeah.
I submit. I give up. Take this. So now he got you through one phase. Now you get out. Now you got to try to find a job, and then you still got this. Even though you know the truth, some people don't know the truth, so they got this stigma. You know what I'm saying? Look on you. You might got police officers looking at you. You know what I'm saying? On you
You
still.
know, you already
So
know
yeah,
red flag all the way up.
yeah. So now you
I
getting
get the
out.
slander of oh, he's snitching. He done told on somebody, for what?
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Everybody know me. If I did it, I would have bit the bullet and had to go through what I had to go through. But it wasn't my bullet to bite.
Right.
But when I got out, I stayed at. I went to a cold storage, man. I worked at a cold storage, was the only place to actually. Let me rewind that. I went to Pilgrim Pride, and boy, and I mean, boy, chicken blood coming from everywhere. I'm like, man, really?
Right.
But I stayed down. I worked for a while, and I ended up going to a cold storage, man, and even colder than that place. And I stayed there 5.5 years, just asking God to, just help me and my family survive. Cause I'm talking about, I'm totally out of the streets.
Right.
I ain't got nothing. I can't tell you, a lot of people came to me and were like, bro, I don't have any bread. Uh, Hit me up, but they was thinking I was finna get back in the game.
Yeah.
They thought I
Straight
was
up.
finna turn back up, you know, but it wasn't meant for me to turn back up, man. It was meant for me to find a job and be better. You know what I mean? You
Exactly.
know, take it to another level and let everybody know, you know what I mean, you can change. You know, you can have a change of heart. But I stayed there 5.5 years. They didn't want to give me no money, bro.
So when you
I'm
got
talking
out,
about
you had to,
pennies, but I had to
yeah,
get it.
right. And okay, so now I was gonna say, so what was the mentality and the mindset of, because we both been there when we got out, what I'm saying, we had this little job and hey, this just ain't gonna cut it. And we usually we back on hey, I'm up out of here, man. I ain't man, I'm not even finna
Mine
sit.
going in the gutter
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'm not even finna sit here and do
oh
this
no,
and sit
mine
here and
goes
fake and
sit
play
there.
with you. I'm up out of here.
Yeah.
So what was
Oh,
different this time? Now that
it come across the pass a couple of times.
yeah, say you in this position, and
But
but you really serious about what you're trying to do. So what was the mindset at the times where
man,
you just like, man, this something else gonna have to work, or did you have to give yourself an option to say, this is gonna work? If this don't work, I'm gonna go back to the street. This last time that you got out,
oh, I had said that a few times, you know what I mean? But it was just a fight, you know what I mean? Of staying strong, you know what I mean? Staying in the clutch and just staying prayed up, man. Regardless of what we do or how we do it, we just have to stay prayed up, you know what I mean? Everybody, and I mean everybody, goes through something to get to the next phase.
right?
But I just stayed prayed up, man. You know what I mean? Some days I would come, I would break down to my wife and let her know this job, man, this is not cutting it. I'm telling you, man. And then they
Man,
was hitting me with every 2 weeks. Then they got some really no fault insurance. Ain't no insurance. Boy, I'm talking about,
nah,
boy, on the edge. You feel me? But like I say, I stayed in there, man, and no, I can't even complain, bro. I got a better job, better paying job, 5 minutes away from the crib by the grace. And
man,
just by staying down and being patient. Because one thing I can tell you, it ain't going to never be on our time how we want stuff to go. We can plan
right.
it all day, but never, it ain't going to never be on your time.
Exactly.
Not the way you wanted to play out, no way.
And one thing you learn being locked up is patience. If you come out of prison, you ain't got
What
no
you,
patience. I don't know what you was in there doing. you on
hey, but,
somebody else's
hey,
time.
boy, you see, I'm all salt and pepper and bald here. We used to have hair, bro.
Yeah, but we used to have hair, man. Used to have hair, man. Yes, it's all gone, boy. That's them roads
Hey,
travel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
man,
glad that you said that you had that
man.
you know what I'm saying, you got to just buckle down and have patience and faith, because there's somebody right now that's going through that. They got out, what I'm saying, they trying to do right, but they done got stuck in this job where it don't play to their strengths, and they feel like they got to have this job so they don't go back, and so now they wrestling with it, ain't paying nothing. They getting them checks every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, and they on the verge
Hey,
of saying, man, I'm finna just go back to what I know. What would you tell
hey,
that
boy.
person that's going through that right now?
Hey, you have to stay down, man. You have to, because I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be no good in it. Right now, you might not even realize it, but you got more now than you had when you was on the street. But you don't realize that until you jump back out there and you go
Hey,
back through that
man.
same situation.
Hey, I promise I told I was thinking about that about 2 weeks ago. I don't know what made me think about it. I'm like, man, for real, I'm living better now than and got more now than I was when I was out there in the streets.
Man, we didn't need no bank account, bro. Bank account.
Right now,
If
we getting
everything
to spend it.
everything going in a shoebox, you know what I mean?
Man,
Everything going in a shoebox, man. We didn't do no bank accounts. Bank. I didn't trust bank with my money,
nah, not at
but
all.
man,
Man,
it's a beautiful, peaceful thing, bro, not to have to look over your shoulder
straight up.
and to just get up in the morning and the evening, whatever. I didn't work third shift, second shift, first shift. It didn't matter to me, man. It got to the point where I was just like, okay, this is the move. Work. If I would have
Exactly.
knew this You know what I mean? You know, back in the days when I first got my first package, instead of somebody say, "Cuz, it can be this," or you can go honestly and go get some money, get a 401k, have insurance to where you can go buy this, you can go get your car. No, walking through the hood, going to the bus stop every morning. When you ready? You ready yet? Hey, you ready? Come on out here and get some of this money. Oh, every day.
Man,
Walking through the hood, somebody was gonna say something. Hey, boy, ain't you ready to come out here, man? Ain't nothing in that school. Well, I look back now and say, man, if I could just turn back the hands of time and go to
exactly.
school,
Man, it'd have been
you
good.
know what
It'd
I
have been
mean?
good.
It's
Yeah.
it's deep.
And to me, if I would have just put more effort into
It's,
school, you know, I ain't get no care about no school. I better go in class. There you go, class. Got all about class. I'm over here on something else. What you talking about? What you talking about, class? So yeah, man, I think it's important that
hey, no, you know,
yeah, I think it's important that people know that. You know what I'm saying? That people, somebody right now might tune in, or they son or somebody's going through that. They need to hear that. Like, man, you need to go on to school. Don't be trying to jump
exactly.
off. Don't be trying to jump off in this game, because once you
That's
sign
the
up in
move,
it,
man.
yeah, once you sign up in it, it's gonna take you at least 20 years to sign up out of it, if you make it out of it.
If you make it out of it, that's the big if, because I'm telling you, man, it's so much game, as they call it, finesse. It's so much trickery going on in the streets, man. I'm talking about it don't stop. I'm talking about, man. They got all types of games out there for you now, bro.
Yeah,
These
I
folks
believe it.
are, you know what I mean, pressing their own pills, and y'all don't, the folk don't even know what they're taking.
And people ODing. It's a dirty game out there, man. If you could describe your journey in one word, man, what would it be? Just one word. What would you describe your journey?
Hey, man, I can't say nothing but faith, man.
Mm.
Faith brought me through a lot, because you know what I mean. It was times that I really wanted to do something to hurt my own self, because I didn't know who I was, or what I was, or what I was going through, and why was I going through it. But
Right,
you know what I mean. And then a praying mama and a praying grandma, man, I can't even tell you no lie.
right.
They did a whole lot of praying over me, bro. Because right now I'm not supposed to be on this screen talking to you or nobody. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but it's peaceful now. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I had to go through a real storm to get some peace. I'm talking
Exactly.
about I had to actually humble my heart to get some peace, because I had a cold heart. You know, we didn't
Yeah,
care, bro. You
yeah.
know
We
what I
ain't
mean? We
care,
didn't care about
man.
nothing. The circumstances, no, you know what I mean? And I think back about stuff that I did, and I was like, everything I did is just consequences and repercussions of what I didn't get caught doing. I got caught doing something else, and I had to pay the piper.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah, it's
now,
how.
you know what I mean. I just stay out the way.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly what I do. So, how is it important to somebody out there? Let them know how important it is to be grounded spiritually, to have a spiritual foundation in order to make your transition and your journey more successful. Because you said your one word was faith, you know,
Yeah,
and that's what pulled you through. You know, how important is it to be grounded spiritually?
you got to be grounded. I'm talking about, a lot of people don't know it, but even some of these rappers are grounded, man. You feel me? They are grounded with God. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna bring you through the situation but God, you know. But you just gotta tie in, you gotta stay prayed up. You can't get discouraged. It's gonna come. It's gonna come hard, fast, and quick. It's gonna come. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do but stay prayed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just keep and keep faith. And I'm talking about it ain't got to be bigger than mustard seed. A little bit of faith. You might not believe it. Will pull you through a lot. A
Mm.
lot. I can say
Right.
that because I didn't even have no kind of belief. You feel me? I didn't know was I going forward or backwards.
Right. You might just been
I
running
did,
in place.
man. And you know, it got to the point where I had to stop and pump my brakes and say, "You gonna keep going in and out? What am I doing wrong?" I had to go. Actually, why am I going in and out? What am I doing? It was all the wrong. As long as I
Mm.
was doing wrong, I kept getting punished for being wrong. But once I started doing right, it's so much stuff that fell in my lap that I can't do nothing but thinking.
Man,
And a lot of
I'm
people don't
telling you.
realize, regardless, like I say, it don't matter what you do, how you do it, as long as you keep God first. Get out my conversation. But
Right.
yeah, man, it's just you just gotta, what I mean, hold your head up high, man. And if you're going out for something, man, just keep faith and go for it. You know what I mean? Not the foolishness,
Right.
but
How important is it to have a grounded woman in your life? Now you got through what you went through, you know what I'm saying, and you on a whole nother journey. How is it important to have be surrounded with a grounded woman than be surrounded with the people that's trying to say, "Oh man, you changed and everything."
hey, man, that's one thing I have grew out of. I used to worry about what people say, but once I did get grounded and found a backbone that's gonna be the backbone, it wasn't no turning back, man. You know what I mean? That's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's my best friend, man. And being grounded with her, and like I say, we pray together, we stay together. You know what I mean? And we just stay focused on what we have to do and the goals that we set for each other and how we look forward of what we want better. And I say every day, we ain't done.
Right.
This just a small portion of the journey. It's gonna be greater later. We just gotta have
Exactly.
patience and keep the faith. But man, it's an awesome thing to be at peace with a grounded woman at peace
Man.
that got your back, regardless of the foolishness that we have took them through.
I mean, since I've been out, it's the first time since I've been out that I mean, I'm all, you know what I'm saying, with my woman, with my fiance, right? It's the first time, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't been surrounded with the block or with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Even prior to like
Yeah,
when I was out in the streets, I had a little chick and everything, but I'm usually on the block majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like this the first time I just thought about that. Like this first time that
right.
I ain't in the last 4 years since I've been home in 3.5 years that I ain't surrounded with confusion and destruction, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice home front, solid fiance. That's you know what I'm saying,
Boy, it
and
don't get no better.
and it don't get no better. I promise you, it don't get no
Don't
better, man. I
don't
don't
get no
want nothing.
better,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, yeah, I don't want nothing. I'm cool. Like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
It don't
I
get
don't
no
even
better, man.
I don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go back home, and I might be doing some business stuff at home, and I stop by, see my cousin them, and they on the block and stuff. I don't even. I feel like I don't even feel right because that ain't who I am no more. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because you got to look at the things that
Me,
we used to.
I can't even lie to you. I go pull up in the hood and post up for a minute and just talk, chop it
Right.
up. You know what I mean? Let them know, you know what I mean? And people always be like, man, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Boy, I salute you. But it's just, you can do the same thing. You just gotta put that to it, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
exactly.
think outside the box. You got to get outside the box. If you boxed in, man, it goes all the way back. Really, a lot of folks don't realize, but trap. It's just what it is. It's a trap. You know what I mean? You trapping yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. You stuck, and you get comfortable with being trapped, and you got to get out that box. If you don't get out that box, boy,
You're gonna
I
go
can't
through.
tell you
You
what it
gonna.
might lead you to.
It's gonna lead you to the same thing you laid everybody else to. Two places. You gonna dead or in jail. Well, period.
Hell or hell.
Yeah, you ain't going no one. You ain't going no other place.
No.
That's the only. That's the box. That's the whole thing. You gonna go right in that square. When you get back
That's just,
around, it's kind of like
ain't no
them.
sense in
It's kind of
putting
like
no
that
cut on.
Monopoly
Yeah, you're right.
board. It's kind of like that Monopoly board. You gonna hit one of them corners. It's gonna say go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna hit another corner. Somebody gonna be paying that life insurance.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Hey,
and that's just how it goes.
it's wild though.
All right. So
It's wild though, man.
it's some
But
youngsters out there, man, that are going through, that are moving just how we was moving 19 years ago. What advice would you give to them youngsters that's moving how we was moving, that's moving now how we used to move? What advice would you give to them?
the advice I would give to all the young folks right now, man, if you can go to school, go to the service, get out of that foolishness, bro. Get away from it, because I'm telling you, it's just what it is. It's a trap. You know what I mean? And I know some of the young people have already acknowledged it, but they trap. They don't want to step outside the box because they don't want to go to work. You know what I mean? I see it every day, man. I see young folk come in, make a few good checks, gone. They think they're gonna flip it, but at the end of the story, it ain't gonna be no flipping. You're gonna end up getting flipped at the end of the story. They're gonna flip you.
Yeah, you gonna be you gonna see a
Yeah,
flip, all
you're
right.
gonna be
It's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a
flip.
number, and they're gonna flip you every chance they get. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, man, I'm telling you, bro. I was on paper since I was a child. I have been on probation and parole since I was 13 years old.
Mm.
Boy, it feels so good that I don't have to report to them people.
Man, who you telling? Man, I just got off in January 2nd was my last day. I'm like, man, I've been having to report. I've been doing this for 20 years. Man, like
I'm talking about,
sometimes
man, and that's the flip. And
yeah,
they
that's
don't
the
even know it.
flip.
That's the flip. They flipping you.
Hey,
You paying them money
sometimes I got to remind
to
myself
make
that
sure you do right.
yeah. Hey, sometimes I got to remind myself that I ain't even on. I'm like, man, I ain't see my P. Oh man, I ain't even on. Man, my PO ain't called. Oh man, I'm off paper, man. Been on it so long, I ain't
Hey,
even used to being
man,
off of it,
and
man.
see that that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand about going down that road, because mentally it can mess with you. You know what I mean? You can get stuck mentally and come out with the same ways that you then picked up in being incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about it'll stick with you if you don't know how to adapt and get on the right path and stay on the right path, because it don't take nothing but a split second to go right back down the same road.
Oh, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it
I'm
takes. You
talking
get
about a split second, man. But if they can go to school, man, school is the best thing popping, or the service. But I promise you, them streets don't love nobody. You can listen to every rapper it is, but they can tell you they living that life, but they really ain't living that life, man.
mm-mm.
They ain't living that life. You know what I
Straight up.
mean? We came out the gutter.
Right.
We came out the gutter. We came out the box. You know what I mean? We came out the traps and everything. But was it worth it? It wasn't worth it.
Man. When I
What
sit
what
back,
what can you what can we turn back and say we got this from trapping now?
all that time, that's all
Besides
thing you
time.
got.
That's
That's
it.
all you got.
All that
All that
time.
time. That's all you got is all that time. For real. At
That's
the end
it,
of the day, that's
man.
all
You
you
know what I
got, all
mean?
that time. I mean, and if you get
You're
to the
not
level
gonna beat them people, man.
where you did have a little something, all that stuff went to shambles once you got locked up. Period.
Man,
Yeah,
that was my mindset. I you know what I mean? And I can't tell nobody no lie. That was my mindset. Every time I got incarcerated, my mindset was like, how I'm gonna get out and beat these folks where they ain't gonna catch me? How I'm
right.
gonna get out and beat these folks where I can't get a cell case? It's a way around this. I'm gonna do it this way. Man, please, them folks already 10 steps ahead of you,
They already got
waiting on
it.
you.
They just
The
we ain't
PO then already put the drug task force on you as soon as you step out.
exactly.
Keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. That's exactly what that's exactly how it
Yeah.
go down.
So
Man.
you know.
So what's next for you, man?
That's the best.
What's the next move for you?
Next move, man. Me and my wife are actually trying to go on out through there with the clothing, man.
Yeah, I be seeing you with the clothing. You know, those of you that want some nice gear, clothing, glasses, belts, shoes, purses, man, hit him up. Check him out, Latourous
Yeah, man.
Pritchett on Facebook, Instagram. They got it all, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, I want to be
we do it all.
I know I ain't the first to say it, man, but coming from, you know, being in them trenches with you, going through what we went through, man, and facing everything that we have faced in adversity, and then going our own separate paths and going through something, man, to come out to become who you are today, man. I'm super proud of you, man. You know what I'm saying? It put a smile on my face when I got out to know,
Man.
you know what I'm saying, that my
But
brothers,
likewise, bro.
yeah, my brother is good out here, and not only good, but he's grown. You know, when I first got out and I found him, man, I was telling everybody that we was cool with back then, man, because you know everybody see me like, man, what happened to your boy that used to be with you all the time? I'm talking about T, like, yeah. I said, man, you'd be surprised. And I tell people, and I send them the video that you be having when you go speaking and stuff. They be like, that ain't the same dude. I said, yeah, that's him. They're like, yeah, I know it's him, but that ain't the same. I said, yeah, that's him. He said,
Hey,
y'all came a long way, man. And you know what I'm saying? And that speaks.
You remember they had gave me the name of the head chairman.
Yeah. Man. It was like, man. They was like, that ain't him. I said, yeah, that is. They was like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I sent it to some people that was, you know what I'm saying, that knew how we was really moving. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And they was like, that's Taurus? Like, yeah. And they was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So, you know, I'm most definitely proud of you, man, you know, and everything that you're doing.
Man,
You know what I'm
thank you,
saying?
brother. I ain't never loved same way, you know.
So, man, I appreciate you coming in, tapping in with us tonight. You know, anybody that want to tap in with Latourous, man, and get some clothing or whatever, just tap in with him on Facebook, on Instagram, you know, and get with him about the clothes. Man, we got to get together, man. Sometimes when things open back up, we got to get together.
Say we need to write a book together, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can do it, man.
You didn't have to fight on writing the books.
Right. Yeah, I be knocking them out. Man.
We got a story to tell.
Yeah, a bunch of them. Man, that's crazy. For real. But man, bro, man, I appreciate you coming in, man, sharing your story, man, sharing your knowledge in the game with my audience. Man. You know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue doing what you're doing. You know what we on, man, and keep growing, man.
Yes, sir.
So, man, you know what I'm saying? So I tap in with you, man, a little bit later, man. But right now, you know what I'm saying? This is the ending of the Reentry Journey podcast. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's liked and loved of the post. Like I said, if you want to tune in with Latourous and the clothing and stuff that he's doing, just get in contact with him on Instagram or Facebook. He got the clothes laid out, fresh, good, nice gear, and the glasses. You know, it's coming springtime, so you're going to want to get your glasses game together. You know what I'm saying? Hit him up. And like I said, bro, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm proud of you, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man.
You too, bro, man. Love you, fam.
Love you too.
All right, one.